All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Nicole Alvarez, and I'm sitting here with BØRNS. Please, a warm round of applause. I've been so stoked to talk to you.
Hey, I'm stoked to talk to you.
First of all, having played already,
Yeah.
why, this is going to sound wrong, but I'm super stoked that you stuck around the festival. I'd like to think it was to perform here.
Well, yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Absolutely. And the acai bowls.
Yeah, and the acai bowls. You played yesterday an incredible set at about 7:15 in the Mojave.
Yeah.
And it was Magic Hour, which is always my favorite.
Golden.
So let's start with yesterday's performance and how it felt and what you saw and what stood out.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of blessed with that slot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
You earned it.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You earned it.
thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice and breezy. Everybody, all like the night crawlers are coming out. People are just starting to get weird. So I'm
Just
glad.
about.
I'm glad we could be the kind of like
Yeah.
ramp into weirdness for the night.
Speaking of Magic Hour, I feel like you were created in this gestational sack of charisma and that you were born an entertainer. I know that when you were 10 years old, you dabbled in magic.
Yeah, I did some dabbling.
Yeah, and you had a name, no? You called yourself something.
Garrett the Great.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed greatness.
As a little kid, were you always like around the dinner table with your family or just at home with your friends? Were you always the entertainer?
Yeah, I think so. I had a pretty eclectic costume collection that
Really?
I constantly was in a different character all the time. So
Did anything stand out? Did you have a favorite?
Robin Hood was like for a while. I was Robin Hood everywhere. And John Smith from Pocahontas.
Very, very nice.
Let's see. There was a lot of them. Native American. I was just straight up Native American for a while. But yeah, I see a lot of. Yeah. Anyway.
You were always a creative because I know when you were 13, you won, I think, a scholarship, like an $8,000 scholarship. So you were pretty much always in it. And then I was curious. I wanted to know, you roamed the streets of Paris singing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
It was cool. It was my first time to Paris, so it was a little. I don't know. It was kind of surreal.
Were you scared to go somewhere where you didn't speak the language? You didn't really know what was going on? I don't know if you had a lot of money that you went there with, but...
Yeah, not really. I mean, I wasn't there for too long. I was there for like a week. But
okay.
yeah, I just kind of roamed around, played some songs, met some cool people, learned a couple French words. It was, it just felt like I was in a movie. Have you seen Amélie before?
Yes.
It was in that Montmartre where Amélie was filmed.
Oh, wow.
So it just felt like Jan Tiersen was playing in the,
And it's as romantic as everybody thinks it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the stereotypes and more.
And then I remember the first time I heard 10,000 Emerald Pools, I pictured in my head, if you drive up Mulholland in LA or if you're in Laurel Canyon really at night, you look down and you see everybody's pools lit up. And that's the vision that I always got.
Oh, yeah.
Always, because it's that color. It's like some of them, the richer ones have those lights that they put in their pools that are really, really emerald or super, super blue, and that's the image I got. I know you wrote that song when you moved to LA, so what did LA do to you or for your spirit?
I think I moved to kind of like in the hills into this place where they had these meditation gardens. So I feel like I had a completely kind of spiritual experience in a way, because I was by myself and I had to kind of figure out like what I was doing out there. And I was just writing music. And so it was like there was something, I don't know, a lot of self-realization, the auto-inquisitorial days of living in a treehouse.
Because it's like a treehouse that he stayed in at first.
Yeah,
yeah,
sort of. Yeah,
sort of.
It was like, it was kind of like a tree shack. It wasn't like it was not.
It wasn't like something a kid builds in a backyard.
It was not like very glamorous, but.
So now if somebody were to ask you describe LA, and a lot of people describe it, there's a side of LA, you hear LA and you think Hollywood and you think, you know what everybody thinks, it's cliche, but how would you describe it in your words?
Oh, it has so many different pockets. I don't know. It's kind of a melting pot of a lot of great goodness.
What's
culture.
your favorite pocket?
Probably like Northeast LA, Highland Park area.
Interesting.
Koreatown also.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Gotta get down to some Korean barbecue.
Good to know. So weekend 2 is next weekend. Will you do anything differently?
Yeah, I'll do everything differently.
Everything?
I'll be wearing a kimono.
Oh, sweet. Can you bring back your John Smith costume, perhaps? Your Robin Hood wear?
Maybe.
Something to think about.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
All right, well, he'll be here weekend 2. This is BØRNS. Everybody, a warm round of applause. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Alvarez. We're live in Indio from the world-famous KROQ.